So we're doing just a quick walk around right here. The thing's really filthy. It's been a long time since it's been out of here. It's dirty, it's greasy, crap everywhere. There was macaroni inside the carburetor housing with no filter. I ended up buying this thing a few years ago in an emergency during a flood, and I literally ran across town, paid $250 for it, and brought it right back. But then the guy told me, he was like, these are one of the best generators ever made with these Robin motors. They're so quiet, they run good. And here we are after I pulled the fuel tank, cleaned all the old fuel and stuff out, pulled the factory shutoff valve with filter, cleaned all that out, polished it up. Now pulled the base of where there should have been an air filter on the carburetor, but there wasn't. Pulled the carburetor off, and now we're going to get into actually cleaning out the carburetor, pulling every single piece apart, blowing in every orifice, and it's just really nasty, really junked up. Alright, wiped everything down, got all the grease and junk and dirt and debris, pulled the electrical connections, cleaned them out with electrical cleaner, dried it all out. Just really polished everything up, pulled the back of the panel and stuff off, cleaned the inside and stuff out. Wiped it all down really thorough. And now here I am pulling the actual spacer between where the carburetor goes and the cylinder head where it mounts. Just clean all that off. Real light Scotch Brite the surface where the carb goes. Here's the debris that was inside the carburetor bowl. This is a lot of chunks, like little ethanol traces. All right, now it's all cleaned out. Everything really taken apart, blown out. I got to clean the bowl still, and I really went through, pulled every single piece apart, and blew in every single crevice and hole, and came out real good. And that's just the bowl I'm showing you. It's all polished and clean. Now here we're gonna pull the oil. It's a 15mm drain plug, and then eventually what I end up doing is I actually tip the motor up on its side and rest it on my chainsaw handle so I can get everything out of this. And then I let it drip dry literally until there was like nothing coming out of that crankcase, and then I actually took some carbon choke cleaner and blew back in there until it was like just light brownish color coming out to clean as much junk out as I could. Just kind of showing you right there that I was resting it up to get everything out of it. Just got 0.6 quarts of oil put in, 10W30, and now I'm actually going to pull the plug after I show you. It's just right on the money. I found a manual online that stated it was 0.6 and that the recommended was 20 weight, 30 weight, or 10W30. I just figured based on recommendations from you guys, 10W30 would probably be better. So there it is, directly right on the money, just like the manual said. Go figure, right? So put it back in, get the fuel tank mounted. Except I'm going to flip the fuel tank because I don't like the way the fuel line runs across the top of that electrical panel into the actual carburetor. So I reversed it. I actually moved the filler neck to the backside and the fuel line to the backside so it could run over the top of the motor where there's more shielding rather than right on top of that electrical panel. So, and that's why I say I put a double shutoff valve. There's one at the tank, but then there's one inline also in case it fails. So I've got two. And then it's also got the in-tank filter that was cleaned out. I'm going to have to replace the grommet going into the tank, though. It does have a slight weak spot where it's starting to like deteriorate. So I'm actually going to have to try to find my own nipple and base to come out of there. And then I actually want to raise that tank about 2 inches so it's higher and gravity feeds better. I don't like how low it sits because it's almost level with the carburetor, and it just makes for poor flow unless that's how it was designed. Maybe you guys can give me some recommendations on that. that I put in it, was a 4-cycle engineered fuel, TF3 performance package, ethanol free. Powerful detergent, prevents deposits, cleans fuel system, friction modifier, lubricates engine parts, improves fuel economy, stabilizer, prevents corrosion, extends shelf life. Anyway, I wanted to put something in there because it's been neglected and sitting for so long. After I pulled the tank, cleaned the tank out, cleaned the carburetor, cleaned all the surfaces off, blew through everything, pulled the spark plug, cleaned the spark plug, pull the electrical panel, clean the electrical panel, pull the connections to that, put the new fuel line and stuff on it. Works great. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Now is the time where I know everything works, everything's mechanically sound. I would like to raise that tank up about 2 more inches, but I'm kind of looking for some feedback on that. It seems like it's kind of low. It's really even with the carburetor fill. And I'd like for it to be just a hair higher so it would help gravity feed better. But I don't know. You guys tell me what you think about that. It just freaking runs phenomenal. There's something about the way this generator and this motor that they don't even have anymore just works so good. I mean, this Robin motor is just, you get a quarter pull, half pull out, and it's already fired right up. This thing's got just over 800 run hours on it. From what I understand, this is a late 80s, early 90s model generator. 809.1 run hours on it. Anyhow, it's been great. I mean, I used it one time like 3 years ago and then stuck it in storage and never pulled it out again. And I don't know too much about it. I mean, guys tell me all the time. I posted this on the community channel and they're like, oh my God, that's a Onan generator. It's just phenomenal. They don't make that quality anymore. And just something about the way the old generators and engines just ran, and they were so easy to take apart and put back together. Let me know what you guys think. Now I'm going to pull it all apart here soon and just completely paint everything, restore it, put a new platform of wood on. Y'all be blessed. Thank you for watching.